Host Tremaine Hayho. There's the co-host Tom Kelly. And then today we have a special guest, Joe. Okay, awesome. Joe's here. He's in our new movie, Father. We're going to give a quick update on the movie, the new movie. And we're going to talk about a lot of other cool things. We hit a couple awesome milestones as well. But in the meantime, hang tight because it is movie night, baby.
It's movie night, baby. 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 Watch a movie and we talk about it. Then we talk about it on the show. About it on the show. Movie night. Movie night, baby. 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 Hey ho, and I guess what I do. Oh, movie night on YouTube. Hey ho, and I guess what I do. Movie night on YouTube. Movie night, baby. 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 It's movie night, baby. It's movie night, baby. 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 Movie night, baby.
Oh, my days. It feels so good to be back, doesn't it? Does it feel good?
Absolutely, 100%.
Awesome. Does it feel good, Joe?
Feels wonderful.
Okay, this is Joe's first time here. Can you guys hear Joe, by the way?
What?
You can hear Joe. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Hello, Alan. Alan is in the hello Facebook, hello YouTube. First off the bat, you guys saw the title. We hit 8,000 subscribers on YouTube. Woohoo! All right.
Good job.
That's a big milestone. For whatever reason, SiMP has gotten a whole bunch of views in the last 2 days. It's gotten 21,000 views in 2 days, and that's helped boost the subscribers. So if you guys are new here, my name's Tremaine Hayho. I'm the writer-director of that movie, SiMP, if you guys saw it. This is Joe, who's in our new movie, Father. And then Tom Kelly is a co-host of the radio show and the podcast, which, by the way, it's a podcast, and now YouTube has done a new thing where they are creating a show. So it'll be a cool show on our channel, which actually that will help because the way YouTube's set up now, it just things come all over things just show up all over the place, and it's harder for people to understand what a show is on a YouTube channel. But think of it as if FX was the network, right? So Hayho Studios is the network. Movie Night is the show. We also have other vlogs, and we have movies as well. Thank you so much, Alan. Absalon family. We're already coming up on 8,100 subscribers, which means if every week we get another 100 subscribers, we'll be fast approaching the 10,000 mark, which is what we've been going for all this time. At any rate, welcome to the show. Thank you, guys. Feels good to be back. Welcome. Tom, how are we feeling tonight? How are we doing?
Fantastic, as always. Everything's just great in the world.
Okay. I sensed a little bit of sarcasm, but, maybe not. Maybe he's been... okay. No, everything's going well.
Life is life.
Life is life. Okay, life
right.
is life.
Hey, so I thought it was just me. Okay, so I've got Fire TV.
Okay.
I have actually 5 Fire TVs in my house.
Okay.
4.
Wow. Okay. Big
No,
flex.
5. I've got 5. So,
Okay.
so on Fire TV, when you first start it up, it gives you a list of things that you have been watching, and
Okay.
then a list of channels, and
Okay.
then a list of things that you ought to be watching,
Mm.
and some suggestions, and then
Okay.
other things. So it's got these different menus.
Okay.
SiMP was on my menu this week. I thought it was because I've watched SiMP, and a lot of times it'll say, "Hey, do you want to rewatch such and such?"
Right. Right.
But maybe you're getting this huge influx all of a sudden because Fire TV, at least in my market, has put you out there. I don't know. I'm just wondering if that's what's happened. Why you suddenly? I thought it was just me, but
Was that Fire TV? Was it via what was the app? Was it Amazon Prime that it's posting it, or was it a YouTube link, or where was it shown? Because it's on Amazon Prime.
I didn't click on it. I've already seen some, so I didn't think much about it. I just figured because it does that to me all the time. It'll show things that.
Well, because I don't have Fire TV, does it recommend all sorts of content from all over?
Yeah, and you got to actually highlight it to see which one. It shows you the movie, but it doesn't show you which, where it is until you go click on it. But usually, it will say you want to watch it on Prime, or would you rather watch it on YouTube?
Oh, cool, awesome. Yeah, I found the stats, and in the last 90 days, it's had 12 million minutes watched. Now that's equivalent. That's equivalent to watching the movie for 24/7 for a decade straight.
There are 2,080 work hours in a year.
Yes.
So that would be sitting there watching that movie for your job for
And Joe's obviously really impressed by that stat. You can tell he's. Yeah. I can't get this guy to shut up ever. And then we go live, and he's silent as a librarian.
I'm shy.
He's a shy guy, or he's a shy.
So if you watch it,
then he's shy. I mean, this guy doesn't stop talking, and then now he's live, and he doesn't say a word.
Look at Michael Jackson. He's shy, but you see what he does.
Yeah, so he's gonna give us some moonwalking later. What's up? What's up, the kid? What up, the kid Jay? How are you? Good to see you. Welcome. So yeah, we can, guys. Phones on silent, please. Phones on silent. Looks like we're frozen here. What is happening? What is happening? What? Oh, here we go. No, we're back. I need a new job. Okay. All right. Oh, don't we all? Don't we all? I don't actually. Ha ha ha. But ha ha ha. But yeah, it is huge. Like SiMP is really popping off, and we're at 813,000. I asked ChatGPT when it's going to hit 1 million.
Did you ask for an ambulance?
I asked for that ambulance. Dude, Derek. Dude, what up, Derek? G1. What up, Derek? Good to see you. So welcome back to movie night. Good to see you. We got the banker Derek in the building. What's up, Derek? Good to hear you. Good to hear from you. So we had, you need a new job, but you have a good job, man. You're supposed to hook it up with the credit card, with the loans. We got Uncanny. You spelled hey wrong, buddy. Come on, Uncanny. Come on, Uncanny. You're better than that. You're better than that. What were we talking about? But yeah, no. So I asked ChatGPT, and it said as soon as end of August, it could hit 1 million at this rate because we're getting 20,000 views every 2 days. But just like YouTube, it can be. It can go. Yeah, it could be 20. It could be 20K. It could be 20K for 2 days, and then the next day it could be like 1,000. So it can go back down. And
but that's what I'm saying. If it's showing up on something like YouTube or what's the other? I can't think of it. The one that's real popular comes on Roku.
Yes,
Roku does the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, if it's showing up in their stuff, people are going to click on it just to click on. I mean, I do that all the time. It's like, I have no idea what that is, and I'll click on it and watch 5 minutes and go, yeah, that's pretty good. I think I'll keep watching. Or maybe this isn't for me, and click off of it.
Right. $1 million. Yeah, I wish it equated to $1 million. It doesn't quite, but this is the SiMP official SiMP poster. It's got a little cat hair on it. Here it is. Do 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 do. But yeah, that is. I don't know. It's doing well, and it's interesting. It has on YouTube. It's got an 11% click through rate, which is stellar. Like a really good click through rate is like 5%. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really good 5%.
Yeah, like really good. Wow, I just got a jammin' 200 joules. I don't know what that means, and I can't even feature that on YouTube.
Yeah,
But he just sent me a jammin' cat. Did you guys see that?
I see it.
That is cool. We're jamming. Thank you, sir. Yeah, and I think like if anything, because it's a vanity metric. So if I say, hey, my latest movie has 1 million views for my next one, we can get sponsorships, advertising. Maybe maybe a banker wants to help us hook it up with a loan or something like that. We'll see what we can do. I'm a SiMP for Tremaine. Thank you, Uncanny. I really appreciate that. We miss you on the show. It's okay. We'll get you back. We'll get you back. Well, thank you for the 200 joules. I think that equates to $2,000, right? That's what it is. 200 joules.
It automatically comes out of his bank account.
Yeah. That's what it is, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. See,
Yeah. It comes out of his bank account. He can't stop it now.
It comes straight out of his bank account. Thank you. All right, he's got it. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later, D. I'm looking forward to that. He's got me. But yeah, okay. And then we have 8,000 subscribers, which is great. And I feel better about this show. We took a little bit of a breather because we were busy making a movie and doing a film festival as well. Can we talk about the movie? Let's talk about the movie we did. Yeah. So he's in the movie. His name is Joe, by the way. And he's very talkative. I swear to God, this guy's talkative. But you get this guy live, and he just doesn't talk at all.
We call it the Cindy Brady effect.
Is that Marsha?
Yeah. Cindy, her sister, who ends up on TV.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I have to rob Peter to pay Trey Paul here. That was my nickname in high school. Okay. Anyway, so tell us about your experience here when we filmed.
Oh, it was wonderful. What was really cool was that the scene was like, even the weather, participated. It was just crazy. We started walking toward the house and started raining and heard some thunder. I mean, it was just perfect.
So were you one of the cops?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not a cop.
Well, yeah.
He was a chaplain.
Yeah, still with the Sacramento Police Department.
Yeah. And we had official chaplain garb and everything, wardrobe. And yeah, he plays one of them. There's a guy.
So I had the most important part because I had the opening act.
That's right. If you don't work, the whole movie's going to fail.
Exactly.
Totally, and that's what I'm telling you.
No pressure.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I kept saying that. I'm like, dude, if this scene doesn't work, the whole movie's not going to work. Exactly. No pressure, Joe. And he's like, what? Yeah, but
it went well.
And then tell us about the premiere. So we had a premiere last month.
The premiere was amazing. We had some great sponsors. I'm not sure what was the name of the restaurant.
Chasen's, which I didn't get to eat, but
God.
that's fine. He got to eat the delicious
coconut shrimp to die for. It was so good, and it was just that part was amazing. And then when we first got there, they took pictures and walked down the red carpet, and it just made you feel super special.
He had a hot date and everything too.
I had a really hot date. She was, she couldn't say enough about me, good stuff about me, and bought me a corsage. Well, she made me a corsage actually, and her and her daughter did. So yeah, it went really well. Had a really good time.
Cool.
Yeah. And what'd you think of the movie?
And the movie was great. Yeah, it was far exceeded my expectations. I'll tell you that.
Wow, thanks. Thank you.
So is it something you're proud to be associated with now, Joe?
Say that again?
Is it something you're proud to be associated with now?
Yeah, I mean, this guy is like, he's just a cut above. I mean, I can't I can't say enough about this guy.
So when he's behind the because we only see him in front of the camera here. All right. So when he's behind the camera, is he still a cool guy like he is here, or is he kind of a dick?
Not really. You want the truth? No.
Yeah.
Tell him.
Well, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Definitely. He definitely knows what he wants, and you know, I admire him for that. You know, he gets it done, and yeah, he's a good guy off the set too. You know, I mean, become a really great friend.
Good.
Oh, thank you, Joe. Really appreciate it.
You gonna pay me for that?
Yeah, exactly. Under the table, just under the table. I'm gonna pay you this peppermint right here. No, thank you. I might bring you on more often. No, thank you. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, it's something that especially with this, it's such a personal story. I know what I want and how to get it. And the opening scene did take a while because it set the tone, and also it was the first day set for the movie. So we're all like the cast and crew, we're getting to know each other and we're starting to gel, especially crew. Crew always takes within at least the first day, it takes a little while to get the flow going. But we did after the first day. I mean, the crew just clicked right away. I feel like in his part was only the first half of the day or even 3-4 hours, maybe tops. But yeah, it's the opening scene in the movie. I thought it turned out great. Humble, unbiased, anonymous sources say it turned out great.
Awesome.
But we want to do more screenings. There's another update on the movie. We're going to do more private screenings. Now, it could be private screenings, public screenings. The movie premiere that we did costs a lot, and unfortunately, we can't do that for every single screening. Right? It's great for the big bang, the big hurrah celebration just to launch it off. But now people are like, well, where can I see the movie? Is it going on YouTube? People ask me, is it going on YouTube? No, it is not going on YouTube. Why is it not going on YouTube? At least not for probably a year, if that. Yeah, because we don't make much money on YouTube, right? So I used to not want to say anything, but now I'm like, if just to paint a picture, 20,000 or 30,000 views on YouTube, and this is for you, Derek. 30,000 views nets me about $120. Okay, 30,000 views nets about $120. That's nothing. If we do 10 tickets at $10, that's $100 right there, right? If we do 1,000 tickets that we sell for $10, that's $10,000. That's how you make actual money. Now, what we're gonna do is find places that want to have screenings for cheap. So cheaper screenings, maybe a couple $100 for 100 people, 200 people. It could be in someone's backyard. It could be at someone's family room. People have big screen TVs these days, and we come in, bring in a couple of the actors, bring in some popcorn, and say, hey, look, guys, movies cost money. We're trying to raise money. We're still need money for advertisement. We're still paying people back because movies cost money. And even like, dude, even basically, well, yeah, yes and no, Derek. Yes and no. I know what you're saying, but yes and no. People are like, well, send me a YouTube link. It's like, no, right? Because it's almost embarrassing. I mean, 800,000 views on SiMP is what we made is like embarrassing, honestly. And yeah, it might sound like a lot to some people, but in terms of a movie and in terms of if 800,000 people bought a ticket for $10, we're multi-millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? Like 8 times over, like, and then we can make unlimited movies till the end of time. Like that's exactly. It's a business, not UNICEF. Exactly. And people are like, right. Yeah. Here's my card machine. Tap to pay, baby. Yes. And D, let's definitely set up a screening. I would love to, but it's like, we can set up a screening. It could be with bankers. It could be with just a group of friends. It could be, I'm saving up next paycheck to buy a 24-foot outdoor inflatable projection screen. So we just project it on a big screen. It could be in a park, and we say, hey, free movies in the park. If you guys like it, give us a donation or send us some money that way. So that's kind of how we're going to generate some money. And then even we could go up and down California. I know people in San Francisco. I know people in LA, Vegas, Oregon, right? So we're basically, yeah, exactly. It's a great movie from a local homegrown director and writer and cast and location. Well worth 2 Starbucks coffees. Exactly. Totally. And 2 Starbucks coffees is at least $3,000, right, guys? No, but look, it's like, from 10 bucks, 20 bucks. And then also even another route that we found out, that if you don't put a price on something and you say, hey guys, pay us whatever you think, it's a free thing, and you don't put a price on it, then people might give you more. They might say, hey, here's 50 bucks. Like, here's a 50, here's 100. My last movie premiere, my mom's friend, Jill, awesome. She just gave me $100 bill. I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, that was really cool. But again, it is a business, going back to a literal banker, where a banker, if I'm talking to a banker and they're like, hey, well, you got 800,000 views on your last movie. How much money did that make? And I'm like, well, about that, right? We can't, people have to get paid, and then we also have to earn money. And like SiMP did earn enough money to pay back all my investors times 120%, but I only took a couple investors, right? People always want to say, oh, how much money does a movie cost to make? Well, if we're talking about Spider-Man, it's $500 million, but it made 1.5 billion in 10 days, right? Yeah. And it's that big, massive scale. Obviously, we want to do theaters. If there's indie theaters that want to split revenue 50-50 and they want to screen it at their theater, but we still have to get the butts and seats, right? So for now, I think from the people that couldn't make the premiere, we'll do local screenings in and around here in this area and schedule it out that way. Exactly. I like money. I don't have much of it. I keep some in a jar above my refrigerator, and I want more of it now. Yeah, wedding singer, anybody? No. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, so that's the plan for Father, and for the new movie. No, I won't send a private link to people. Sorry, guys, I can't do it. Maybe select people if they're, But even then, I would rather, Tom. I'd rather go to Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can make serious money. I mean, dude, we could be multi-millionaires in 3 days, and all you need to be in is 2,000 screens and literally, if you're even a low to no budget movie, and it was crazy after this premiere. It was palpable. People, I haven't had this experience. Yeah, Rideshare, my first movie, people, came up to all of us, and it was great. SiMP was the same way. A lot of people came up, but like this one, people beelined for me and were asking for autographs, and I've never had that except for this movie. And people were crying. They were like really viscerally affected by it. I've gotten long emails from people saying that they can't stop thinking about it. Makes them think about their family, all these things. So I'm pretty hopeful for this movie, new movie, Father. But yeah, we'll keep you guys posted with more specifics. I would love to make it out to Houston, Tom. We do a Houston screening. You figure out logistics. We can do a private screening between you and me, watching it first, and then we could, could take you to a theater.
So one of the things I talk about sometimes is the difference between a movie and a film.
Okay.
To me, Marvel makes movies. The Godfather's a film.
Okay.
It sounds like to me what you're describing is your first 2 movies were movies, but this is a film.
Okay. Well,
where it reaches that next level down, whether that level is comedy or drama or emotional touching, but it crosses a line. Not that it's a bad line to be a movie. You can make billions of dollars just being a movie.
Yeah.
But then there's a film. where it's not a movie by Tremaine Hale, it's a film
Right.
by Tremaine Hale.
Which, by the way, it still feels so pretentious. I mean, to me, there's uncanny. So, like a book versus a novel. I mean, look, that's a novel idea. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, and that is something where I always wanted to make movies. I don't like a lot of independent films. I'm just gonna say that. I really don't. If it's too artsy fartsy, I check out. If it's
you can't make. How do I put this? You don't judge whether or not it's a movie or a film.
Okay.
Your audience is going to tell you that.
Right.
Okay?
Right. I always cringe when people say, like, they make a short film, then it's like a film by Tremaine Hale, and it's like, all right. But you had like 50 people work on your movie, and then it's like a film by me, right? I don't know. It's just
Well, M. Night Shyamalan does that all the time, doesn't he? With just about everything.
Well, when he becomes a name, a household name, definitely. But yeah, this is the first one where I'm pitching my own self. Like, it is a film. It is a film by Tremaine Hale, written and directed. I like saying written and directed. Also produced.
How about what does QT say? Shot, chopped, and scored.
Yeah, that's pretentious. I mean, it's non-pretentious, but it is at the same time. Right. It's I don't know. To me, even at Tarantino's level, where he has thousands of people working on a film, then it's saying, oh, it's a Quentin Tarantino film. I don't know. Maybe it's just a weird ego thing or non-ego thing. I don't know. But I always laugh when filmmakers put all themselves in every single credit. Right. Production coordinator, Tremaine Hale, production designer. I wasn't a production designer. We actually had a really great production designer. Her name was Katie. She worked on a bunch of different HGTV shows and all that.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she was great. She made the spare bedroom look like a hospital room, and it actually looks like a hospital room, which is crazy. But yeah, she turned my garage into an improv studio. She did a lot of things. She did a little bit of magic in my place and spruced it up a bit. But yeah, at any rate, I'm excited to do more screenings with that. Of course, I'm taking care of a family member right now, so there's a little bit of a delay on things, but we're looking at doing some cool screenings coming up. Hopefully within the next couple weeks, and September, October, November, we'll be really pushing it.
Very cool.
Yeah. So yeah, Tom's right. Novels that are crap. Short. Yeah. So I guess you could say something like 50 Shades of Grey is a book.
Yeah, it is not
right. Yeah. And Lord of the Rings is a novel.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. I know what you mean. And Martin Scorsese got so much flack because he said Marvel movies are like theme park rides, right? And he said the same thing. Like, they're movies, they're fun theme park rides, and people are like, oh my god, how dare you talk crap about Marvel? But he's right. It's a fun theme park ride. You watch Spider-Man, and sorry, Alan, I'm not going to spoil it because I can't spoil it because I haven't seen the movie. I haven't seen the latest Spider-Man, so I can't spoil it for you. But what happens at almost every single superhero movie? Superhero wins at the end, and then you save the day. It's a fun thrill ride, and that's it. You have fun for a couple hours. You leave. You probably forget about it, or you can have it on in the background. It won't change your life, but you'll be entertained, right?
Well,
and like a theme park ride, you go, you have fun, you have some thrills and everything. And
I think it's very interesting that 2 years in a row now, I think it was 2 years in a row. When did Oppenheimer and Barbie happen? I guess that was 2 years ago.
Sure, it might even be 3 right now, 2023. Okay.
So there's a case where you got a movie and a film, and this past weekend we had a movie and a film. Over the last 2 weekends, we got The Odyssey and Spider-Man.
Right.
They're very, very different.
Even though they both have two of the same actors, which we're going to talk about that.
Yes.
Which really kind of bugged me. One actor that's in it for no reason more than the other one. Tom Collins. I really like Tom Collins. I know I call him Tom Collins. I know his name is Tom Holland, but we call him Tom Collins.
Yeah.
And I liked him in both, or I liked him in Odyssey. I really liked him.
He did great in Odyssey. Yeah. I was really impressed.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I cannot stand Robert Pattinson, and I thought he was freaking awesome as the bad guy in the Odyssey.
Really? Oh, interesting.
I did. I thought he sold it, because I forgot he was Robert Pattinson, and that guy is supposed to be smarmy and cowardly, and that's who I think Robert Pattinson is anyway. I think he's the kind of guy you can make him flinch, just go like that, and,
Yeah. Spider-Man. Okay, Patrick Underley says Spider-Man is good. Okay, good to hear. So let's talk about Spider-Man first off, because I haven't really seen it, so we can't really go too much into it. But it's made $1.5 billion in 10 days. That's insane. People don't realize. How would you like to make $1.5 billion in 10 days? Would that be nice?
He's making it in 20 days, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's insane. And I'm always thinking, like why is Spider-Man... It beat the pulp out of the new Superman movie. It beat the pulp out of the new Batman movies.
Yeah.
Like Captain America, all those crappy movies. Why is Spider-Man such a universal character? And I think it is. It's a universal character. He's a likable character. People have fun with it. It's non-political for the most part. Pretty much. Like Spider-Man or Superman all of a sudden got political, I think.
Yeah.
And the people got all up in arms. And then Supergirl, no one cares about Supergirl. I hate to say it. But
it was awful.
Especially, you watched it? Did you actually watch it? Okay. Well, it looked awful. The casting was terrible. If you cast that... that's another story.
Yeah,
but Spider-Man, Tom Collins is a good actor. I think he's a good enough Spider-Man. He's not my favorite Spider-Man. I'm always all about Tobey Maguire, and I like those Spider-Man movies because I grew up on those. But look, it's a fun movie. He's a funny guy. He's a likable character. He's not perfect, and people love him. I mean, it's a universal themed superhero that a lot like men and women like Batman. A lot of guys just like Batman,
I'm
right?
Batman.
So, I'm Batman. And Superman, a lot of guys like Superman. Not girls, some girls like Superman, but mainly guys like Superman.
Well, I think a lot of girls like Superman.
Well, a lot of girls like it because
come on, they always.
I think more girls like Superman than they like Batman. I would say. I think that's more fair to say.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But the point is that Spider-Man is more like young, old, grandpa, grandma, right? If you're taking your kids or grandparents, like, are you going to take your kid to Spider-Man, or are you going to take the whole family, including women, to Batman, right? Or are they going to push back at you more, right?
Well, I think Tom Holland and Andrew, what's his name?
Andrew Lloyd Webber. I'm kidding.
The second Spider-Man, they had the pleasure, the whatever it is that they got to do. They got to see Tobey Maguire be Spider-Man first.
Yes.
Okay, because not taking away from either one of them, they do a great Tobey Maguire imitation.
Right.
Okay, but they both have that kind of. When Tobey Maguire first gets his powers and he's kind of strutting down the street and he's feeling it and all that kind of.
You mean in Spider-Man 3 when he's like, dig on this?
No, the first one where he's kind of come into everything and he's just like, this is just really cool and he can do all this different stuff and he's kind of, and we're watching him as he's figuring out the powers that he has and the expression on his face when the first time he crawls up a wall and everything. All the other stuff has kind of been them doing that same kind of thing. They're not. Yeah. I can't even think of the guy who played Spider-Man back when I was a kid in the 70s. That guy was awful.
Oh, and the show was goofy too, right?
The whole thing was just awful, and nobody has ever wanted to be compared to that guy. It's awful.
And that's the thing. I think why Tobey Maguire was a better Spider-Man is that he's a dorky guy. I'm sorry, he's a dorky guy. And like for me as a dorky guy, I'm like, oh, he's a dorky guy. I could be a dorky guy that invents a spider web machine and get bit by a spider and can relate to it a lot more. And then Tom Collins and even Andrew Garfunkel,
Yeah.
they're like male models. Both of them are like male models. And it's like, okay, they are. I mean,
I see that more of Garfunkel than I do of Collins. Like, Collins to me is still a kid. I'm sorry, it's been
I think he's
12
30.
years. I know.
He's 30 something.
He still looks like a kid.
Well, what bugs me is that they're both English and they're supposed to be American, and that always bugs me because I just know because I'm half English. When I look at Tom Collins, I'm like, you're not American, bro. You're English. He's too English for me. And that just always bugs me. But that's neither here nor there. When Tobey McSpider-Man becomes a goth wearing a black suit and dancing on the stairs of Spider-Man 3, that was so cringe. It was so beyond cringe.
Yeah, that was bad.
Even Spider-Man 3, when he was supposed to be cool, he was a big dork. Exactly. They tried to make him cool, and it just did not work. And they could have done so. Like there were some cool elements about Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. Having Sandman, that's a great character. Having Venom, except the who they cast as Venom was the worst Venom I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Like what's his name from that 70s show? Yeah. That guy was a big dork. Now all of a sudden he's supposed to be the big bully, But I like Tom Hardy as Venom. If Tom Hardy was the Venom in actual Spider-Man 3, it would have been a lot better. At any rate, that's neither here nor there.
But Tom Hardy's better known as a different bad guy.
I was born on a Monday.
I was born
in the darkness. I give it to you, the people. I wish they did this roided out Bane because that in the cartoon is way more interesting than him. Yeah. Like, I'm going to take the money from the stockbrokers and give it to you, the people. It's like, oh, okay, so he's like Robin Hood, I guess, but he's a bad guy. I don't know. But I love Tom Hardy as an actor. He's an incredible actor.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's like did you see Bronson? Is it Bronson? Have you seen him as Bronson?
No.
Charles Bronson. He's almost unrecognizable. He's got this big, thick mustache. You just got to see it. It was like a low budget movie, and he's stellar in it. He's so good. Yeah, and then the one where he plays the twin brothers, the gangsters. Have you seen that movie?
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
I forget what it's called, but he was fantastic.
Every time I see him in anything, I think he does a great job. I don't know why I disliked Bane so much. There's something annoying about that whole thing. But
yeah, well, because I couldn't understand it the first time. I heard it's like okay. Nicholas Hammond, he says. Was that the first Spider-Man?
Yes, that's the first Spider-Man.
Wow, Nicholas Hammond bringing it back. Shout out to Nicholas out there.
He had pretty eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, we were all laughing about it. I mean, he was obviously wearing eye makeup and he had his eyelashes, highlighted and stuff. It was weird.
Yeah. So it says, how my favorite Avenger is Robert Downey Jr. That's how I feel. My favorite Spider-Man is Tobey, even though he isn't accurately a wisecracking. He isn't actually a wisecracking New Yorker like the comics. Well, he is. He is wisecracking. Yeah, he is. I mean, him himself. I don't think he's from New York. I don't know if he is or not, but he is. He's way more of a wise ass in those movies than I think Tom Collins is. Bane was like a joke in The Dark Knight. That's what I thought too. Yeah. Because they didn't do the whole steroids thing. Because the whole thing about Bane is that he juices and he became this roided out, roid rage version and smashes everything. Yeah, he's ripped. Yeah, he's in great shape, but that's not in the cartoon he gets huge, right?
Right.
And he could have done that. That would have been way more interesting. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
I was watching
Oh, Joe, you got to stop talking, Joe. You're gonna let other people talk.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to get a word in before Joe cut me off again. But go ahead. Joe.
Okay, Joe, back to you.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of Superman, Spider-Man, or any of them. I'm just sci-fi just never really worked for me anyway. So I'm probably not going to.
Well said, Joe. So anyway,
it'd be funny, a segment like Joe's thoughts on and Joe says one sentence. Well, Joe and I saw. Okay, well, let's segue to the Odyssey because this is something that we could all talk about because you watched it, and Joe and I actually both watched it a week ago. Was it last week?
Yeah, I fell asleep for the first.
And we both fell asleep right away, but not because the movie was bad. I think we were just both so exhausted. I was personally exhausted. I hadn't gotten much sleep at all. I've been caretaking and stuff, and hadn't got much sleep. And it was 105 degrees outside, so we were like, it was super hot. And then we go into the nice cooler theater. Then I was sitting in between Joe and then this big fat guy, and he had all his snacks like taking up my space, and like his elbow was there, and I'm just like this, like trying to. I was so exhausted though. I'm like sleeping like this, and then I get up, and Joe was like, "Oh, I need a Sprite or something." I went and got him a soda. I got myself a soda, and then I sat on the far end and gave myself some space, and then I slept a little bit more. But I woke up. I was there for most of the movie. I only fell asleep maybe 15 minutes total of the film, but I personally really liked the movie, and I didn't. It was a lot better. It was a Christopher Nolan movie where there's a payoff, and I liked it a lot more than Oppenheimer. I thought it was a lot more interesting. Matt Damon was great as the lead. I thought he was really fitting as the lead. If I were him personally, I would have stayed on the island with what's her face. You know what I mean? But let's talk about the controversy that was behind it. Because everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, the casting behind Odyssey. What are they doing?" Right? Which I was like, "Yeah, I don't know what they're doing." What were your thoughts on the casting? Did it affect you?
Did it affect? I thought there were some weird choices in there, but it didn't negatively impact me the way I thought it was going to when I had read some of the reviews. I actually, like I said, Robert Pattinson was great for me. There's been some conversation about Anne Hathaway and whether or not she was the right person to be cast.
Let's talk about that right now. Anne Hathaway. What were your thoughts on her character? So she plays the mom character. She's waiting for Odysseus to come back, and then there's 200 suitors waiting for her to give up on him and marry.
Yeah, I think she was very true to the book. Okay, so we're just going to go by, did she fit the mold of the book? The answer is yes. She did. Not my favorite Anne Hathaway role. I felt like she was never quite sure who she was supposed to be in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Is she sultry? Is she where is she in all this? I don't know. She didn't hurt the movie in my opinion, but I wouldn't give her an Academy Award either. No,
I mean, I was annoyed by her, to be honest. I thought she was completely miscast. It's Christopher Nolan shoehorning an actress that he really likes to work with.
Yeah.
And that's
well said.
Yeah. And look, like she was fantastic as, speaking of The Dark Knight Rises, she was amazing as Catwoman. Like she was so good, and she knew what she was in that one.
Yeah.
She fit the role. She was sexy but stylish and a thief, right? A cat burglar, so to speak.
And she sat on that motorcycle.
Yeah.
It worked. The leather pants on the motorcycle. Yeah.
Right. And that was her probably the best, I think, that I've seen her. And then in this, it was like, no, I mean, for going from she's come a long way from Princess Diaries to
Oh yeah,
The Odyssey, but at the same time, it didn't feel like she was Tom Collins's mom. I
who
didn't
would
feel.
you put there instead?
I would have flipped. I would have flipped the two characters. I would have flipped Charlize Theron. I would have put Charlize Theron in that role, and then I would have put, because Charlize Theron, it would be a better fit for Tom Collins' mom, and then Anne Hathaway would be better as someone sneaking to Lotus, tricking him to stay with her, because she seems more like an obsessive. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, the whole time I'm looking at Odysseus, I'm like, why are you leaving Charlize Theron? I'm like, you're on an island with Charlize Theron. She's feeding you.
Yeah.
What else do you need in life? I mean, nothing, right? And he's like, oh, I need to go back to my midwife. My midwife. I don't know. It didn't. I would have flipped that, and I think it would have been a better, because Charlize Theron, right? Like Charlize, and that's the thing, is like, you can have the same actors. You can have the same. You don't have to change the whole cast and replace everyone. You can have the same actors. They're just miscast with the wrong role.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But Tom Collins, going back to Tom Collins, I thought he was really good as the son.
So when I see somebody like that, I mean, one of the problems with superhero movies is you get typecast as that superhero.
Yeah.
You know, George Reeves couldn't find a job after Superman, the original series, was over.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody wanted to touch the guy.
Yeah.
And you know, and I think the same thing's true with a lot of actors who have played major roles as you know, as potential or as particular superheroes. Tom showed me he can work in a different forum completely differently and still be good.
Hey, super chat from Uncanny. See, $5, $4.99. See that?
There you go.
Joe was asking me how you make money on YouTube, and I said, well, we go live. Sometimes you get tipped, not all the time. But thank you, Uncanny, for the tip. True question of the night: who is a true Catwoman, Anne Hathaway or Halle Berry? Ooh,
Anne Hathaway.
Well, I'm actually gonna have to disagree with both of those. There, I'm gonna have to go with the Kravitz girl from the Batman, Lenny Kravitz's daughter. What's the new one?
Oh, yeah.
The new Catwoman. I liked her. I liked her best. I would say, actually, no, sorry. All wrong. Michelle Pfeiffer is the only Catwoman. Michelle Pfeiffer from back in the day, she was the best Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman. I'm just gonna die on that hill right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to 1964.
Okay.
The former Miss USA who played Catwoman was.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Now we're talking here. Okay, here we go. Actually, we can start a poll. Can we start a poll here? I think we can start a poll. Who was? I mean, look. Can you argue with this Catwoman? Hold on for a second here. Let's do this. Oh, it's gonna be really small, but okay. Anyway, I mean, look, Michelle Pfeiffer right here. I mean, you know, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. You know, who was the Miss USA woman? 1960s Catwoman. You
Let
said
me look it up. Give me a second.
1960. No, I can find it. Catwoman. Was it?
It's either the first or second one. They're too far away.
Oh yeah, she's okay. All right, okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Princess of Plunder, the Queen of Crime, the Countess of Criminality. You know, I miss the 60s Batman in general. Here she is. Okay, well, that's a cartoon.
So the guy who would do that at the beginning and do the voiceover and stuff like that was the guy who created the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And also created the theme and the whole bit. I mean, he owned it all.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, you know, I would give her second place. She is pretty awesome. The 60s Catwoman, second place. Number 1, Michelle Pfeiffer. Probably number 3. Ooh, probably either Anne Hathaway or Kravitz, I would say. And then a distant for Halle Berry is great. I didn't dig the short hair. I was not a fan of the short hair. I never have been. I think Halle Berry is a beautiful woman, inside and out, but I never dug the short hair personally.
Yeah, I'd rather have her as Storm than Catwoman.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. What would you say? That like what does and what does Uncanny say? What do you guys say? Who is the best Catwoman? Vote in the comments below. Because this is where movie night goes into the real hard hitting facts and subjects here.
Yeah, we do. We get into the tough places where other shows fear to go.
Yeah, and they're afraid to say it. Oh well, I think the other Catwoman is better because she's more of a strong, independent female. I'm like, okay, well.
No, I'm just saying the 60s woman's hot. That's all I'm
saying. Yeah, exactly. It's okay to say she's hot.
And I go with Anne Hathaway because I just thought she was awesome on the motorcycle. So
she was good too. Yeah, she was really good. I mean, there hasn't really been a bad one, I would say. Just the Catwoman Halle Berry movie was renowned to be bad. But I watched it and it's not that bad. I mean, it's entertaining in a lot of ways. But it's always hard to have a standalone movie with Catwoman that doesn't have Batman in it, right? Anytime they try to do a spin-off of a character that doesn't have the main superhero in it, it's just I just feel like it's never a big success because they're trying to get deep with it and it's like
Did you watch Pennyworthy or whatever it was called? Pennyworth?
Pity Party?
Pennyworth.
Penny Wars?
Pennyworth.
Pennyworth. Pennyworth. Do you know what we're talking about? Is it worth a penny? I don't know what Pennyworth is.
It's the story of Alfred long before he came to work for, and he's a spy. It's a very gory show.
Really?
Yeah.
I never even heard of Pennyworth.
Oh yeah, it won some Emmys and stuff. It was pretty hot.
Wow.
Pennywise
from It. Oh, I know It the clown. That's what you're talking about, right?
No.
It the clown. No, okay. Pennyworth. No, I never even heard about that, but that's cool.
And yeah, the penguin.
Oh, the penguin in Batman Returns. Oh my gosh. Oh, the Penguin show. You mean with
Penguin
Holland.
show? Yeah.
But is Batman in it at all?
A little bit.
Okay. I might be interested. But if Batman's not in it, But he's a great character. I mean, that was a really cool Penguin show. But again, it's a series, not okay. We're getting a little bit off topic. But let's get back to the Odysseus, the Odyssey. What I loved about it, I loved all the armor. I loved the ships, the whole world, living in that world. And you know what? Again, when people go up in arms about so-and-so actress who's now an actor playing a character, and I'm like, dude, I don't care as much because it's a fantasy. This is not historical. This is a myth, right? It's a myth. You can have mythological creatures. There's a big giant with one eye, which, by the way, Joe says I looked like the giant. I was so offended. He's like, hey, that's you up there. He said that I looked like the giant, the one-eyed, ugly-ass giant. Oh, yeah, thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm like, geez, what the heck? My feelings were hurt, Joe.
Yeah, but you got over it.
Yeah. Actually, I was rooting for the giant. I was rooting for him in the cave. I wanted him to just, when he was like stepping on people, I'm like, dude, this is awesome. I loved it. And then the other time when they were fighting those big knights, the giant knights, I was rooting for those big knights because they're idiots. They show up. There's a kid that's screaming. Are you getting a call? There's a kid that's screaming. And what do you think is going to happen? He's alerting the soldiers behind him. They're like, oh, be quiet, kid. Like, what do you think's going to happen, guys? You guys are idiots. You're walking into a trap. And obviously it was a trap. And they got massacred. A lot of them got massacred.
They were hungry.
They were not very smart. They were really not very smart. Yeah, they weren't thinking well because they were hungry. They needed to not be dumb. Here, do you want to go take that somewhere else? Or?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I know it's entertaining watching. Yeah. Okay. You want to come back in a bit? Yeah. Okay. All right, brother. All right. Cool. Cat. Sorry. Hold on for a second. Hey, we're gonna take a 25-second break. Hold on.
Like and subscribe, it's movie night. Hey ho, studios feeling like, hey, cook up that and don't think twice. Like and subscribe to watch more, watch more. Like and subscribe to watch more, watch more. Movie night from Hey Ho Studios. Like and subscribe. It's movie night. Hey ho, studios feel it right. Hey, cook that but don't think twice. Like and subscribe to watch more. Watch more. Like and subscribe to watch more. Watch more. Movie night from Hey Ho Studios. Like and subscribe. It's movie night. Hey ho, studios feeling like. Studios.
Okay, we're back. All right. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Joe had to go take a call. I know, Joe. Sorry, Joe was talking too much, guys. It was really.
Hey, Joe, how you doing, man? Yeah, good talking to you. He was calling me. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha. It makes more sense now. That made it all. Dude, that was funny. You know, it's so funny. Joe is so talkative. I literally can't get that guy to stop talking ever. And then the second we're alive, he just talk about
the Cindy Brady effect.
Yeah, Cindy Brady.
Okay, so Uncanny's making a good point here.
Okay, let's go back to Uncanny. As a history nerd, I must be a pedantic, and disagree. I totally agree there's a certain level of creative freedom that directors can have if done well. It's more annoying when done for political reasons that just don't match the lore. Even then, if it's done in a coherent and good way, then it can be good, but some castings seem to be more lazy choices to help win some film award. Joe's gone. See y'all later. He's like, if Joe's out, I'm out. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I guess it didn't matter as much to me because, dude, I read The Odyssey in high school 20 years ago. So I didn't really care. I've read the Iliad as well. I've watched Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I was never really a big fan of it. So it didn't really matter to me personally because I'm not a history nerd, so to speak. And part of me wishes I was, but I know it's a 3,000-year-old story and folklore and all that stuff. And I have respect for it. I personally don't care if someone's rendition and again, but you are right. He is abiding by the Oscars new criteria where you have to have X amount of people of color, X amount of LGBTQIA plus, and he's doing it. He's playing the game, right? He is playing the game, which I can't blame him for that either. Honestly, I really can't, because he wants to get money, he wants to get awards, and he's just like, oh well, whatever. I'll just cast someone. And he already casted Ellen Page when she was a girl, right? So
he's gonna sweep.
Yeah.
You know, the movie's going to win everything. But I'm going to tell everybody what I told you via text when we were talking about the movie a couple of weeks ago. I thought it was one of the I think it's his masterpiece. I think it's better than anything else he's done.
Yeah.
It's a true film. And it uh, it touches all your emotions. You'll laugh, you'll cry. You know,
I didn't cry. I didn't cry.
You'll go up in it, but at the end of it, I walked out and said, "That was such a good movie," and I never want to see it again. I have no desire to watch it a second time. I've seen it, but it's not The Godfather, and it's not even Spider-Man or whatever. You know, what was the movie that came out earlier this year we all liked? Hail Mary. I've watched that movie 3 or 4 times now, and I'll probably watch it 3 or 4 more times between now and the end of the year. I love that movie, and I can watch it over and over again, and I don't get tired of it. The Odyssey, I think about halfway through the second time, I'm going to throw something at the TV.
You know, the only way I will see it, I might see it Saturday, only because we have a 70 millimeter IMAX, true IMAX print in Sacramento. That's 25 minutes away, and my friend will be driving, and I normally don't care. I don't really give a crap about. Like, I watched it regular screen. You know, I think IMAX is a gimmick. Oh, that's a hot take for a filmmaker to say. Yeah, Michael, I want to see Michael a bunch more times.
Sure.
I want to see Michael a bunch more times. Yeah, I saw Project Hail Mary twice in the theaters, and then, I mean, yeah, I'll definitely be watching it again. I got a lot more out of it. I want to see Michael again. And yeah, Odyssey, I will see again only because it'll be 70 millimeter IMAX, and I want to see what the whole hype is, because it was the only movie that's actually 100% shot on IMAX. People think that all these movies that are shot on IMAX are shot on IMAX. No, it's really just 2 scenes that they do the stupid square. You know, they do the big stupid square, right? I'm sorry, it's a stupid square. IMAX is a dumb square. It is. It's a big dumb square, but it's cool. If it's a 70 millimeter print, the highest projection that you could see, and it's 20 minutes away, I don't have an excuse not to see it. I want to see it as a film aficionado. It'll be worth seeing. But after that, I mean, I don't really have, and also because I fell asleep in the couple parts, I want to see what I really missed if I did miss. But again, yeah, right, yeah. But I really liked how it opened with what's her name, Elliot Page getting stabbed at the beginning. I was like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. But again, yeah, I'll watch it but I felt that same way after watching Oppenheimer. I'm like, all right. I mean, I enjoyed it, I guess. I didn't enjoy the last hour of it as much as I liked the first 2 hours.
Right.
And I'm glad I watched it, and I have no attraction to ever see it again. I just don't. There's no point. Other movies that he's made, Dark Knight, I've seen probably 15 times, right? Yeah. And I'll watch that movie again a bunch. I'll watch his earlier work, Insomnia, with Al Pacino and
Robin Williams.
Yeah. Robin Williams. That movie's great. Like, that's a movie to be studied. You know? Yeah, and I agree. It is. I love the revenge story of the Odyssey. I loved the last 30 minutes especially. I was like, oh, this is legit. I was legit. Like, oh, this is awesome. That is so cool. I love getting that payoff.
Yeah, and the guy who was dropping down the weapons and you know, that whole bit going on in the background. I really enjoyed all of it. Now, you were talking about, though, earlier, Tom Collins and Smash Nose.
Oh gosh, Zendaya. Why is she?
No, the 3 of them. The guy with the smash nose who plays Punisher.
Oh, I thought you meant Zendaya.
No, all 3. No, I'm talking about Punisher and Tom Collins and Zendaya were all 3 in both movies.
That's right. You're right. I forgot.
And so Tom Collins and what's his name were like best buds going back years and years. They knew each other in
the Odyssey, right? Yeah.
And it was him who convinced Tom when he was doing the very first casting call or whatever, what do you call it? The
interview. Audition?
The audition. So he does all this stuff, and then at the end of his scene, he does a backflip. He just did a standing backflip because he could.
Oh, cool.
And it was his buddy Smash Nose who said, "You've got to do a backflip. You've got to."
Smart.
And he did, and they said, "Yeah, that sold us." The moment he did the backflip, we knew he was totally in, and that he was our guy.
Uncanny, you are so right. You can't throw a rock in Hollywood without hitting a project with Zendaya. I don't understand. I don't get it. Can someone explain it to me why Zendaya is in every single thing? And it didn't make any sense because she was Athena, or who was she in Odyssey? She shows up in a dream.
She wasn't actually anybody. She was
Everybody.
Which she play? Well, anyway, she was, well, I won't do the spoiler because the spoiler is pretty important, but
that's up to you guys. Yeah. I mean, I think anybody in here has watched it. I mean, spoiler. I don't even remember what the spoiler was. I forget. I didn't really care. Yeah, she was Athena. That's what I thought. So she was Athena, and she shows up, and I'm like, why is it Zendaya? Why is it Zendaya? Please, can it just be somebody else? And look, again, I'm sure she's a nice person, but why is she Athena? It doesn't make any sense. Could you cast literally any model in LA, throw a stone and hit a model, and and say, hey, be Athena to show up in your dreams as Odyssey. Make it somebody else, please. She's in Spider-Man. She's in the new Dune coming out. She's in every stupid movie, and I'm like, why are you in it? You don't have to and I don't blame her, because it's like, hey, do you want a big paycheck to do absolutely nothing? To be in a huge blockbuster movie? Yeah, of course. I'm going to say yes. Oh, I'm in every other blockbuster movie. Yeah, why am I not just in it? But there's a reason why Tom Cruise is in one movie a year, 1 to 2 movies a year. It keeps that star power. And I think you lose the star power putting her in every single freaking movie. I just see Zendaya. I did not see Athena. I saw, oh, there's Zendaya, the chick from Spider-Man and from Dune and from every other thing, like a bunch of other crappy Netflix movies too. Like, she's in everything, right? I don't even know what this means. If only Nolan threw Kratos in there. What does that mean? Is Kratos another actor?
I don't know who that is either.
I don't know who that is. I don't know what you'd be talking about, Uncanny. I don't know what you'd be saying. I think that's the other guy. But again, and even Tom Collins, where that annoyed me, because it's like, look, they both came out, the same weekend or a week apart from each other? Dude, it's like, okay, you got Spider-Man and I don't see him as Spider-Man. I see him as Tom Collins because he's in everything. You know what I mean? I just see him as Tom Collins.
Mm-hmm.
And I need some Tom Collins mix, now. But anyway, I need to go to the drugstore and get some Tom Collins mix.
Well, with Zendaya, I think the only reason it's a reasonable choice for the position she played is she does have across. Okay, so if you're the casting director, or if you're Christopher Nolan, having somebody that the audience already likes, who has a high favorite.
Does the audience like Zendaya?
Oh yeah. So she's got high favorabilities.
According to who?
Oh, I don't have particular data, and I just believe that she's usually liked. Why? What's their dislike?
Oh, gotcha. Okay, Kratos is the main character from God of War video games. I don't play video games. I'm not a child. Uncanny. Okay, no, I'm kidding. I'm just playing. I'm actually getting back into video games. My friend sold me for a very good price his PS4 because he got a PS5. So I'm catching up on LA Noire. I played it for about 10 minutes and I really liked it. I used to play video games a whole lot, and then I stopped because they consumed my life. And then there's a lot of really cool video games. And I heard God of War is another one. I've seen it people play. Long story long. But do people like, okay, Uncanny, when you see a Zendaya, are you like, oh my gosh, I gotta go see this movie because Zendaya is in this movie?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay, so to me, okay, we're gonna talk about Masters of the Universe in a minute. Have you seen Masters of the Universe yet?
No.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So Masters of the Universe, He-Man, right? He-Man. The original He-Man, Dolph Lundgren, was He-Man in Masters of the Universe. And he was a big star. Now,
Right.
they cast a nobody, an absolute nobody in Masters of the Universe. But he's incredible. He is so good. And I'm so on board with this. And I'm really happy that they casted a nobody and not like Tom Collins and giving him long hair and making him more buff. Or they could have cast freaking Thor. What's his name?
Yeah. Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, they could have get Chris Hemsworth to be He-Man. It's like, okay, that fits. He could be He-Man, da-da-da-da. But he's already Thor, right? And he's already in all this other stuff. They cast a nobody, and it works. And I had an absolute blast with Masters of the Universe. People talk about how bad Jared Leto is. You don't know it's Jared Leto. And plus, his voice is completely disguised. And as Skulltula, what's his name? Skulltula? I've seen this movie 5 times. I love every single second of it. Idris Elba is in this movie, and it's like he is so badass in this movie. You just get gung ho, and it's about protecting your family and at all costs, and it's over the top, Masters of the Universe, fish out of water story. So he gets thrown at the beginning. I mean, he gets thrown from this crazy interplanet galaxy back to Earth, and he's on a date basically. Like, ignore the comments for a second. We'll get to them in a second. But he gets thrown into a date scenario, and he's telling his date about he's from this other galaxy and there's all these other people, and then like the date's like, yeah, I have to go. And she's like, what is this about? The sword and the galaxy thing? And she's like, yeah, I'm getting a call. He's like, your phone isn't even ringing. Anyway, it's a really fun fish out of water story. He has to find the sword on Earth and come back to the galaxy. Masters of the Universe, it's an absolute blast. It knows what it is. It's got humor. It's got over the top good versus evil. And Jared Leto is incredible. Is absolutely incredible as the bad guy, as the villain. It's the most over the top evil villain, but doesn't take itself too seriously. So Masters of the Universe, I give 10 out of 10. And I've seen it 5 times already, by the way.
Huh. You've seen it 5 times did you say it was on Prime?
It's on Amazon Prime. It's number 2. Yeah, well, I have not, but I have the power to watch it. To answer your questions, Zendaya does a decent, good job depending on the role, but not excited to see her, and she's Overcast. Exactly. It's Overcast. It's more Overcast than Seattle on our everyday. Right. She's just, there is a such thing as overcasting, and people get sick of it. Right. People get sick of seeing the same actor over and over again. And once you see her and like, oh, she's Mary Jane or she's not Mary Jane. And now she's also, I just personally think that you have to watch Masters of the Universe. That's my takeaway. Bottom line.
Well, I will definitely catch that between now and our next show.
Okay, good. Uncanny, have you watched Masters of the Universe yet? Has anyone else watched it? Because people are like, oh, it bombed in the box office. I don't think it bombed. Let's look at it right now. Box office. Okay, so it made 113 million. Against a 170 million budget. Damn. But it's doing really well it's doing really well on streaming. It's doing really well on streaming. I mean, it's going crazy. It's number 1. So it bombed at the box office technically, even though it made over $100 million. I remember when making over $100 million was a success.
Yeah, that was the big line. If you cross that line, you made it.
Right.
now
Now it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, now it's crazy. Now it's like, oh yeah, people make that in 3 days now. I'm like,
right.
what? $100 million? Crazy. And
$100 million.
$100 million. Yeah, but anyway, so after 10 weeks in theaters, Return of the King became the second movie in history to make $1 billion, and that was in early 2000s, right? So
Right.
after 10 days in theaters, Spider-Man has made $1.5 billion, which is like, this is getting crazy. I think another thing is the worldwide box office. A lot of cultures from all over like Spider-Man, right?
Sure.
A lot of, and that's a universal. I think that's something that a lot of cultures from all over. Say hi to Mumu, by the way. Hi Mumu.
You knocked over your mic.
Or don't say hi to Mumu. That's fine.
Hi, Mumu. How you doing?
Okay, Mumu, you can't claw my.
Oh, let me stay. Don't
I
make it
know she's
no.
yeah. I've been away for so long. I know I've been away for 2 whole days. At any rate, going back to reality. Hope there goes gravity.
Would you agree that regardless of how good of an actress somebody is, some actresses are just more liked than, for instance, a lot of people, when she was, I'm talking 15 years ago, okay, people thought Megan Fox was amazing.
Yeah.
Her likability was way up here, okay?
Right. Yeah.
Now, where's her likability? Is she better or worse an actress? Who really cares? It's not where it was at all. Right now, Zendaya's likability is very high. People like her.
I mean, I would have rather. Okay, let's put it this way: I would have rather see Megan Fox as Athena than Zendaya.
But people care more about Zendaya getting her head cut off.
Okay, spoiler alert here.
I
Spoiler.
didn't say that.
I would rather see Megan Fox as Athena, and that would have been a way better casting, because I don't like Zendaya is like, she's the fun tomboy type, right? She's the tomboy friend that everybody's had at school, right? She's the cool, chill girl that is a tomboy. She's not a beauty queen. She's one of the guys. She's just like one of the cool guys that can hang around. Athena, and correct me if I'm wrong, is supposed to be this one of the most gorgeous girls.
You got beauty and yes.
And I just don't see it. I just don't see it with Zendaya. I just maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just my type.
But he fixes all of that by pointing out that he was never talking to Athena. He was going through this existential crisis because of watching this young girl go through this horrible thing that he made happen.
Right. I mean, again, I just zoned out. Whenever Zendaya is on screen, it's like, okay, why is she here? I see Zendaya. And she's also in the news. Like, I think she works really well in the Spider-Man movies. She's the tomboy. That's his friend.
Uh-huh.
And that works. Dune, I don't think she fits in the Dune world at all.
I don't either.
Right. Like, which I really loved the second Dune. I hated the first Dune. The remake, the Denis Villeneuve. The first one was really boring, really long. I wanted to love it. I couldn't wait to see it. It was like watching paint dry.
Yeah.
And then the second one was a coherent movie in and of itself. You don't have to watch the one before that. Right. I liked it a lot. But yeah. Okay, going back to more actors that are in a bunch of things. Timothy Chalamet. He's in a ton of stuff now.
Everything right now, yeah. He and Zendaya, they ought to do 6 more movies together.
Right. It's him, Zendaya, and Tom Collins all, in every single movie. And I understand when you have a movie star that people, he does really well. But like, if he's in everything, like I think Adam Sandler has a better range than Timothy Chalamet. Right?
Yeah.
Because and I look at, I think he's a good actor, Timothy Chalamet, but I also think Adam Sandler is just a better actor and has just done more of a variation of roles, even though a lot of people would say, "Oh, he's just Adam Sandler in every single role."
No, he's not.
He's not. He's absolutely not.
You watch Reign Over Me and come tell me about him being Adam Sandler in every movie.
I think he's criminally underrated as an actor. Have we talked about this? I feel like
we have.
Yeah, we've talked about it. Okay. But like even in Wedding Singer, as Robbie Hart, as the wedding singer, everyman guy, he's completely different than him and Mr. Deeds, as Mr. Deeds as a rich guy that's nice or whatever. I mean, him as Robbie Hart in Wedding Crashers, that's a really good the way he I don't know. It's a character. I don't see Adam Sandler's there, but I see Robbie Hart. I don't see Adam, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's the problem is like when I see Zendaya, right?
That's fair. I totally get what you're saying. She does not have a broad range, but there's something likable about her. And that's why I think she gets cast. Is we need somebody likable.
I see that. I totally see that. And also it probably a big thing that people don't really talk about is she's probably really easy to work with too. She's probably a dream to work with. She gets along with everybody. She's not a diva, and those do play really important factors in when you're casting a movie.
Angelina Jolie. Okay, so you put Angelina Jolie, who is much more beautiful in the classic sense.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Than Zendaya, right?
Oh my gosh.
You put her in as Athena, but when that scene happens, that kind of puts everything into perspective. A lot of people will be like, well, "Damn straight, I'd have done that to her too." She's not a really popular person.
That's what I thought with Zendaya. That's exactly what I thought when that happened. I'm like, oh, thank God. I was like, oh, finally. I like that. That was my favorite part. One of my favorite parts. That and then the Giants beating the crap out of the Giant Knights beating the crap out of Odysseus' team.
What did you think about the face of the Cyclops?
It reminded me a little bit of Harry. Someone's lighting fireworks outside. It reminded me a lot of the troll in Harry Potter. Remember the troll, the big dumb troll? It reminded me of that. But I liked how they did a lot of forced perspective things. It felt like he was really big, even though it's a big computer animated giant. Right. I like the fact that he's kicking people, he's squashing them, he's picking them up. I was rooting for the giant. I'm sorry. I'm rooting for the giant in this. I feel bad for the giant. And then Odysseus, it's Poseidon's son we're talking about, right?
Right.
And then Odysseus, takes the arrow, it pokes him in the eye. Uh-huh. And that was unnecessary. They were going to get away regardless. Then he really done pissed him off.
Yeah.
Right. And then Odysseus loses his own men because of that. They're like, dude, you should not have done that. And he's like, well, I don't know really why I did it, but I did. But I did. And they're like, now you done pissed off Poseidon. And, now you got the god of water against you, the god of the ocean against you. Right. Yeah. I mean, I take it as a fairy tale. I lived in that world for a bit. As you said, I'm not in a rush to get it back. I do want to see if there's any actual value in watching it 70 millimeter because it's
it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna like it that way. And I don't know if I want to see it even on IMAX, but
do you have a legit IMAX near you? 70 millimeter projector?
Oh yeah.
There's only 25 in the country.
Yeah. No,
because there's the gimmick. There's the gimmick. You know the difference. There's the gimmicky IMAX, which is
Right.
like the regular Cineplex, which is a little bit bigger. You know, the IMAX it's a little bit bigger than normal, but it's not the true IMAX 6-story tall film screen, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do commercial films on it though. That I was just trying to think, if it was there, would I want to go down there and see it? I don't know.
Right. Well, and that's kind of the thing where it's for film snobs, I guess, that think that it's more important than it really is. Right? Like I saw Sinners in IMAX, wasn't impressed. I mean, it was only
it's so much better.
right, right. Yeah, it's such a big difference. That time when the rectangle turned into a square, oh my gosh, wow. It's like, dude, the 2 scenes that it was shot on IMAX, wow. We were like, oh, it's shot at IMAX. People have no idea that shot on IMAX means it's shot in 2 scenes. Like most movies, they shoot it in 2 scenes. And cool. The rest of the movies are like a regular movie. You know. But luckily, once I moved to the okay, my cat cannot get enough attention here. Hi, cat. Hi, Mumu.
If you set her down, and she's just going to start crying. So just
I know. She won't even let me sit down. Sinners in IMAX. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. What else do we have on the agenda? Well, what else can we touch upon the Odyssey that we didn't already? What were your thoughts on Matt Damon as the lead character?
Oh, awesome! He was great all the way through. I don't love Matt Damon. I don't hate Matt Damon. I'm just kind of okay, good to see him. And there are some movies I thought he's done great in, and others not as much. But I thought he was great in this movie. And I was, when I first heard Matt Damon, Christopher Nolan, Odyssey, I went, that's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Right.
Because you think of Odysseus as a Greek, dark curly hair, buff,
like Russell Crowe, honestly, like Russell Crowe in Gladiator.
Not today's Russell Crowe.
Not today's Russell Crowe, obviously. Right. Yeah, not today's Russell. But but no, Well, and that was a thing where it reminded me of a Gladiator type movie with more of a myth, just more of a mythic story, and which I thought. I like the fact that he did look different. He had the facial hair. He did, he's Matt Damon's Matt Damon. He doesn't really disguise himself in his roles. But I thought he did carry the weight as Odysseus, and it's not easy to do. And he got pretty jacked to be Odysseus at his age too. He's what, mid 50s right now or something like that.
Yeah, early mid 50s. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's doing okay, kid. He is. He was great. I'm trying to think, and I'm glad Tom Collins wasn't Odysseus, right? Because he can't. Like he worked well as the son that was just the helpless son that's just waiting for his dad, who he's never met in his entire life. Yeah. Right, and then he redeemed himself a bit later. Tom Collins redeemed himself.
Yeah, I had no problem with most of the casting. I'm with you on the Anne Hathaway. I think you nailed that one completely right. Flip those two around, and you just took this movie up a notch.
Big time, totally. Because I saw Charlize Theron in Apex. Have you seen that movie, Apex? You saw it?
Yeah.
God, okay. Sorry. Okay, cat. She's clawing into me. Can you not claw into me, please? She's all right. Uncanny. Thank you so much, Uncanny. Have a great night. Hopefully, you can join us next week. If we can all be here next week.
If it's not too much of an imposition.
Yeah, for Uncanny to hide his face on camera for an hour or so. Sorry, Uncanny. Love you. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for the super chat earlier too. By the way, Uncanny gave us a super chat. If you guys want to give us a tip, it all goes towards content. We made a new movie. We definitely need to market it more. It's called Father. And our latest and greatest movie is called Father, which I just told you. That, gosh dang it. My cat is scratching into me. Cat, why? Can you hear her purring? No. Can you say hi, cat? Hi. Okay, you know what? We got to show you guys this. Shout out to Troy Lee, by the way, my business partner for the Golden Bear Film Festival. He made a nice little video that stars Mumu. I will show you this right now. Here we go. Okay, so oh, actually, all right. Let's do this for a second here. All right. Let me show you this. Let's see if we can do this a little bit better. All right, here we go. Let's put this in the middle. All right. This is actually something else, but let's see if this. Do you hear this?
나랑 같이 점심 먹을래?
Do you hear
미안해.
this? No.
그냥 혼자 있고 싶어.
Oh, you hear it. Okay.
왜 그래? 잠깐이면 되잖아.
싫다고 했잖아. 그만해.
넌 뭔데?
괜찮아?
Wow. See, I saved the day.
나랑
You know, they say AI adds 55 pounds and hair is what.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Forget myself. How many cameras were on you?
Right. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me see.
나랑 같이 점심 먹을래?
미안해. 그냥 혼자 있고 싶어.
왜 그래? 잠깐이면 되잖아.
싫다고 했잖아.
Hold on.
그만해.
넌 뭔데?
Oh shit. Oh, dang it. Hold, please. Okay, here we go. Oh no.
And the award for Best Rap Movie goes to... And the award for Rat Movie goes to...
That's Mumu. That's Mumu, everyone. Well done, Mumu.
Yeah,
Well done. She's really proud of herself. Are you proud of yourself, Mumu?
the best actress I've seen.
Yeah, a great cactus. Did you like that, Mumu? Did you like? She wouldn't eat anyone. She's just like wants to cuddle all day. Thank you.
Unless they were dressed as a rat, in which case.
Right. Yeah, a cat and a rat. Yeah, that's. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit offline about there's a backstory behind that. Wow, now I have oh my gosh, it is definitely shedding season. Oh my gosh, I've got so much. Okay, cat. All right, you got it. Daddy's got to do a podcast. Okay.
There's something else that I wanted to tell you about.
Please.
You may have seen it because I don't think it's brand new by any means. But the other day, these little things that pop up that convince me to watch them. I watched a multi-part documentary series on Warner Brothers.
Oh, interesting.
Really, really, really good. The history of Warner Brothers, starting from way back when they started all the way up until just recently when they were, I think in finishes, they were still Time Warner.
Okay.
So, but I mean, it really does go through the ups and downs. And when the studio was just like printing money there for a while, they had, and then other times when it was just like they were almost gone because they had the wrong leadership and all. And they're very, I don't know who put it together, but they're very honest. They're just like, look, the guy, he meant well, but it was the wrong kind of leader for the time we were in. And others, they talk about, if it wasn't for him, Warner Brothers would have died 50 years ago. And,
well, I always love all that stuff. There's a lot of YouTube channels that go down like Disney, the Michael Eisner days, and then the CEO, like Disney had their ups and downs with animation. Then it went out. Disney almost went under a few times. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, now they're saved here. Warner Brothers is really interesting because they actually were brothers named Warner, right? Wasn't there 4 of them, like Jack Warner and 4 or 5 of them or something like that? Or 3 or 4.
You know how documentaries are, you kind of come and go, if you want a bathroom break, you don't necessarily put it on pause.
I see. So you had it. Yeah.
When it first started, I was kind of like only half paying attention, probably, doing something on my computer or whatever. And then after a little while, I was like, this is really entertaining. And then, then I got totally into it, totally worth the time. And then the other thing that's really worth watching, and I tried to send you the link, and for some reason my system wouldn't send it that day. It's easy enough to find. Go on YouTube and look for, and it's called this, all of the movie trailers that were shown at Comic-Con.
Okay.
And it's like,
wow. And it's like every single movie trailer in one video.
40 minutes of movie trailers.
Wow, that's cool.
But they are really cool. I mean, a lot of them you'll be
Sorry,
like,
guys, I have a ton of hair all over me. That's why I'm like freaking.
You'll be, some of them you'll like, I cannot wait to see that, and others you're gonna be like, no.
And that's the thing. I think that's something that always, it's a relief as a filmmaker. You can't. Once you put all your eggs in one movie, you're like, this is the movie that's going to make or break my whole career. And you want to have that approach every single time. I mean, with SiMP, my goal was to get 1 million views. That was my goal. I wanted 1 million views on SiMP. And because Rideshare, it's putting Rideshare to shame. I mean, Rideshare has 250,000 on YouTube. But on Prime, it's done pretty well on Prime and Tubi TV. And it has a bit of a cult following. But SiMP is really taking off. And it's taking off. Gosh, damn it. Speaking of taking off, all your hair is taking off onto me, Mumu. Does she care? No. Okay, hi. At any rate, and that's cool. But at the same time, I want to get to that next level, get to theaters, get to, even if it's a limited theatrical release, and have, actually make decent money off something. Because it's like, dude, it's getting old. Dude, I've worked too hard for this, and I'm not going to just slap it up on YouTube. I'm not going to do that. My first, with Rideshare, I put it up on Vimeo for people to buy and rent. That was the biggest mistake ever. Because they always say, oh, as an indie filmmaker, just put it up on Vimeo and then people will buy it and rent it. It's like, dude, I made $300 in a day.
Ooh.
Great. Oh, great. Nice. But then it got pirated the same day, and it had Arabic subtitles the next day on every single pirated website.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, in doing the math, it was on this other movie website that I won't name, but it was trending number 2 next to Jumanji starring The Rock. It was number 2. Number
Wow.
one was Jumanji. Rideshare was number 2.
Wow.
Which is cool. People are like, oh, that's cool. That's punk rock. It's like, yeah, it's cool. At the same time, I don't make a dime from it. And that's called piracy. And the biggest problem is when people don't see piracy as an issue. Because if it's a Disney Star Wars movie and you're pirating it or whatever, and you're like, well, Disney's a multi-billion, almost $1 trillion corporation. They can afford one stream and not making $10 from my stream. Maybe people feel a little bit less guilty about that. But if it's an indie filmmaker where $1,000 makes a big difference either way for us, that's paying somebody, that's marketing, that's advertising. A little goes a long way and a lot goes even further. And when people pirate it, even at that level, no, it's not cool. It's not awesome. And YouTube streaming for a movie, I remember I was talking, gosh, sorry, I have so much hair.
I can see it on you.
Thank you, Mumu. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
If she wasn't so damn adorable, I would. Anyway, so sorry guys. I'm trying to get all this cat hair all off of me. Where was I? What was I talking about? Sorry, I'm lost track of mine. Were you even paying attention? No, it doesn't matter.
Yes, I was. Money piracy.
Yes, money piracy. Dude, I pet my cat, and this is what I get right here. Okay, anyway. Okay, sorry. I thought of a side business, or like when cats shed. If you collect it and then put all the hair together and make a coat or something, and like you don't have to skin the cat once it's dead. It has enough fur to make a coat, I'm sure, once you pet it in the summertime and she's got all this missing. Okay, anyway, side businesses, side houses. Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem is when people, and then they also don't, like, dude, from Father, day one was April 10th filming. We premiered it July 10th. We premiered it July 10th.
Yep.
90 days is absolutely unheard of in Hollywood. Not even Lifetime movies are that quick. Like Lifetime, they got on-site editors. They give them the editors right there that day. Soap operas. My friend, our family friend Kevin, his son was in this show called Amadale Farms. It's like a soap opera out in England. And they have a studio where they've got several editors in the studio. They do one take, maybe 2 takes per one. Editors get it right away. They pump out soap operas.
Right.
They film 5 a day. And then there's like, 40, 50 a season, something ridiculous. Where every single day, every single Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there's a new episode of this soap opera, right?
Right.
And but he said they took a tour of the studio and it was really cool because the editors could be like, oh yeah, actually for the edit, move your camera this way. They're watching it live, them filming, and they're like, and I find that really fascinating. Like, how can you really dial down the video production where everyone's on the same page, everyone's right there, you're making the movie and you're editing it real time, and then it's up. You have a 20-minute episode the next day.
Right.
Like, what? Like, he said like he wouldn't even remember what episode was coming out because you film it. They didn't even film it that far in advance. It'd be like the next week we filmed 5 episodes this day and it's coming out next week. And that's going to be the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And yeah, but they memorize their lines really quickly. They work really hard. They're the working actors, these soap opera actors. Right?
And they've done that. When you do it like that, you don't have to come up with what's my character motivation this time. The guy who plays John Smith, that's all he does. So he it's not like he's doing 2 other movies with Zendaya or something like that.
Right.
That's what he does, and that's what he's known for. There are a lot of times when you'll have somebody show up in mainstream movie who's been a long time soap opera. It makes news. Everybody knows him as Victor from Young and the Restless, but he played Asbury on Titanic, and that kind of it's because that's all they do, and so you don't have to. The director doesn't have to spend a lot of time going, all right, so this woman, she's kind of a bitch, okay, and she talks really
okay, all right, okay, so she's like kind of a bitch, okay, correct. All right, okay, all right.
You don't have to do that because that's all she does. She knows more about the character than the director does.
And even then, she doesn't even have time to think about the character. She just has to do it.
Right.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie Joy? It's a David O. Russell film called Joy. The same director as was it The Wrestler? I'm not sure if he did The Wrestler too, but David O. Russell directed this film, and it's Katniss Everdeen. Who's that girl that plays Katniss Everdeen? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jennifer. What is it? Last name? Jennifer Lawrence, yeah. So Jennifer Lawrence plays Joy. Have you seen the movie Joy? No. Okay. So Joy is an entrepreneur. She creates this.
Yes, I have seen this.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if you remember, but her mom was essentially bedridden, and her mom loves soap operas, like Spanish soap operas, right? So she'd go home, and the mom would be like watching the Spanish soap opera, like, oh, good day, like all this crazy over the top Spanish soap opera. So I watched the director's commentary of that movie, and David O. Russell was like, we hired really all the famous Spanish soap opera actors to play in this fake Spanish soap opera. So they filmed a soap opera within the movie just for this mom character to be obsessed with this soap opera show. And he goes, it was so eye-opening working with Spanish soap opera actors, because I didn't think they were Spanish, but it's like, okay, so your sister came back from the dead. She's cheating on your fifth cousin twice removed, and she is going to tell you that your fourth wife is cheating on you with the ghost from Christmas Past. Okay, action. And then they just go. He's like, they just go. Like they're not like, oh, let me think about the character's motivation. Well, I'm not sure if my character would say that at this point in time. I think my character would actually walk outside and look outside the window. And Alfred Hitchcock is famously quoted. He goes, I've been misquoted in my life. He goes, some people said that I said that actors are like cattle. He's like, I would never dare say such a horrific thing. Yeah. What I actually said was actors should be treated like cattle. and like, because he talks about one actor when someone's getting stabbed or something. I think an actor was on the ground. They were supposed to get stabbed. And the actor was like, oh, I don't think my character would look left. I think he would look right. And, he just rolls his eyes. Hitchcock just rolls his eyes like, basically just do what I'm telling you to do. Right? Just do it. Right. In a soap opera actor, they don't have time to do it. They have to film like 5 episodes a day.
Right.
Right. Multiple episodes a day. You get one take, maybe 2 takes to nail it. And you better, you don't have the time to think about your character's motivation, or let me write a backstory of my character. I wrote, as a child, when they were 4 years old, they had their toys stolen from them, and that really made them resent their father because, they don't have any of that. They don't need any of that because they just go. And there's a lot of beauty in that.
Yeah. Yeah. And they can pump those things out. Well, that was a huge form of entertainment from the mid 50s through the mid 80s.
Oh yeah. And it still is in a lot of ways. I mean, there's still people that watch. I mean, Days of Our Lives isn't that still going on? It's been going on for like 40, 50, 60
Yeah.
years, something ridiculous.
But a
It's
lot
like,
of those now have been moved to the internet, and they're not what they were.
oh, right.
Where, they would start off around 11 a.m. and play until 4 p.m. and on every channel,
Right.
all competing.
Right.
We had General Hospital and Young and the Restless and Days of Our Lives and Guiding Light and As the World Turns and All My Children and all these things that they were household names, and the actresses and actors were household names and all. Now, I couldn't name
Right.
more than
Yeah.
50 that still exist.
Hold on. Let me make sure, because Joe's my ride somewhere back. I got to make sure he's not too upset. I feel like he's not upset. Hopefully he's not upset with me, because I kind of teased him about being quiet, because I literally cannot get that guy to shut up ever. And then now all of a sudden we're on YouTube and he says 0 words. Okay, yeah. So we'll keep this going, and yeah. Okay, so we'll keep going. But yeah, it was interesting because Joe's he's a really funny, cool guy, and he has a lot to say. He's really insightful. Yeah, it was the Brady Bunch effect, I think,
Yeah.
is what happened. Yeah, it is interesting where, going back to actors or soap opera actors, where some actors are really, I'm kind of similar to this, where I would do an impersonation of someone and people would love it. And then they're like, "Oh, do it again. And I'm like, "Oh, no, I don't want to do it again."
I already did it.
I already did it. Now I feel pressure. Now he's like, "Oh, you should hear Tremaine's impersonation. Now here, so-and-so, come here. Now, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do it now. I don't want to do it. My friend Jeremy is really good, because he's incredible at voices. And people do that stuff to him all the time. And he'll still do the voice, and he's great, and he's very personable. But like, I always freeze up, because it's like, oh, he's in the driveway. Oh, okay. Oh, awesome. Okay. Let's go for about 10 more minutes. Is that okay?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay. More minutes on the podcast, if that's okay. 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 All right, cool. Yeah, so I always find it interesting. With my newest movie, Father, I worked with the lead actor, so it's a real father-son duo, and they're both theater trained actors, and they've been in a bunch of plays. They're always in a play every year. He's been working, both of them, Jack Loprich and Tom Loprich. They're an actual real life father-son duo. Tom's been in a ton of plays. He's been in this, that, and the other thing. But what's great about hiring theater actors is that they're great at memorizing lines.
Right.
And what you need is, especially when you have an indie film, very low budget, very low time, it helps big time to have theatrical actors that are really good at rehearsing and performing. And they perform the same performance 20 times, 20 days in a row, sometimes multiple times a day, right? And so they can still give a fresh performance, and they don't get stale. A lot of regular film actors, you can tell that when they get tired and they just kind of start to phone it in type thing, or they have some type of a diva type mentality, which luckily I haven't really dealt with much of that, but they're not as good at memorizing their lines, or they want to memorize it right before. But a lot of the theater actors are like off book. They just get the scene the day before, and then they're off book the next day. And it's like,
right.
really impressive. And that's kind of any filmmakers out there. If you want to make a movie, hire theatrical actors, people that actually work in the theater and are in theater plays, because they learn lines. They learn their lines really well, and they also learn to deliver it fresh every single time, which is very important as well.
Yeah, because the way you block the camera, you might say, what you did was perfect. I was wrong. I had the camera in the wrong place, or just wasn't. So do it again. Nope, still not right. Still not your fault. Do exactly what you just did, but do it this way.
Totally, because continuity matters. And I mean, there's certain geniuses like Robin Williams where they're like, well, Robin Williams, we did 30 takes. Every single take was a different take, and we could have used it every single time.
Right.
We could have used any one of the takes, and he's a brilliant genius, which is great, but it's also hard with the editor because it's like, oh, this time he picked up the sunglasses and he did something with that. And then the next time he didn't do that. So when you're trying to match the cut, you're kind of stuck with that cut.
Right.
And then, all right, hold on. I think Joe's here. Hold on. I'll be right back. Guys, if you guys haven't liked and subscribed, I'll be back in 19 seconds.
Like and subscribe. It's movie night. Hey ho, studios feel it right. I cook that but no drink twice. Like and subscribe to watch more. Watch more. Like and subscribe to watch more. Watch more. Movie night from Hey Ho Studios. It's movie night, baby, movie night.
Okay, we're back. Sorry, I had to put something else on. It was my neighbor. It wasn't Joe at the door. It was my neighbor.
No worries.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I always find it really fascinating in different mediums. People want to discredit soap operas because they're over the top, a lot of overacting, a lot of crazy storylines. But you got to give these soap opera actors are pretty much the only true working actors in Hollywood because they're always working. They have a 9 to 5 essentially, and they're working every day. They've got a job. They learn new lines,
and they don't get to go to Paris, and they don't get to film in Prague, and they don't get to climb the Eiffel Tower, all these fun things that movie stars get to do. They don't get to do any of that.
Right, but they get a steady paycheck and they get paid pretty decently, and they can live near the studio, and it's a pretty cushy job. They can eat whatever the hell they want. The studio is well air conditioned, or like they've got wardrobe, hair, makeup. I mean, it's a pretty nice life, and it's something different. You're not just doing Annie the musical every single day for 4 months in a row, right? I mean, it's a different. That would drive me crazy. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I couldn't.
No, I started out in theater, and I love it. And there is a thrill you get from a live audience, and then you're performing the same thing over and over again. Which people say, "Hey, don't you get tired of that?" Well, yes and no. I mean, I never experienced it where people are doing Broadway for 10 years and they're the same character. Like that's one thing. Typically, there's just a season for a couple months. You're doing a show every day or every other day or every other weekend.
Somebody like Topol, who played the father in Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh yeah.
15,000 performances or whatever it was as the same character.
Wow.
How? I mean, after 10,000, aren't you waking up one morning going, I can't do another one.
Right. I think I had enough. Like, yeah, I think
I've done it like 150.
Yeah.
He made a movie and he kept doing it. I pick on him because I got to see one of his 5 last performances.
Wow.
And
one of his 5 last performances.
Yeah, he did Us, and then I think he went to Chicago, and I think he finished on Broadway the next week, and it was pretty cool. But I'm a big theatrical. I love going to theaters. I'll watch anything, and I've seen some pretty bad stuff.
Yeah,
I want to see it, but
even bad theater or like school theater where it's like, oh, these kids are new and they're forget their lines, but they're cute and the parents are there, and it's little kids wearing like a gray wig, acting all old and everything. It's funny. There's some charm to that, right? Like theater is there is a lot of fun and charm in certain theater and even bad theater. I saw a Shakespearean. It was a Midsummer's Night Dream, but it was this 80s rollerblading retro like mashup.
So I saw Midsummer Night Dream, and it wasn't 80s; it was black and white.
Oh, interesting!
The entire set and all
in a theater. Really?
The entire set and all of the costuming was black and white.
What about the skin tones and stuff? Were they wear like black and white makeup?
No, the regular skin tones. But everything else was black and white, and it was very bizarre.
Okay, try seeing men in tutus on roller skates.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and a disco ball. There was like a disco ball there too.
Yeah.
It was very odd. It was very odd. It was like Sac City. Shout out Sac City for their rendition of this wonderful Midsummer's Night Dream. But all the Shakespeare was this exact same. So they're still saying Shakespeare, but
yeah.
Right. Yeah, it is funny seeing that. But yeah, Kabuki theater. Have you heard of Kabuki theater?
Help me.
It's so Nicolas Cage always talks about Kabuki theater. It's a classical Japanese dance drama known for its stylized performances, elaborate costumes, and striking kumadori face makeup. Originating in the early 17th century, it features all-male casts, dramatic dynamic poses, and traditional musical accompaniment, and is recognized as UNESCO intangible cultural heritage. So yeah, back in the day, women were banned from performing in 1629. So there would be men playing women roles. That's why there's a lot of Shakespearean roles where there's men playing women, women playing men, and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, Nicolas Cage always talks about Kabuki theater. He's like, yeah, Kabuki theater. I don't know. Anyway, it's like this over-the-top Japanese theater. It's kind of like soap operas, but
yeah.
Going full circle, Masters of the Universe. It's an over-the-top hero's journey. Good versus evil. The good guys are very good. The bad guys are very bad. It's over the top. It's funny. It knows what it is. It's hilarious. I'm going to watch it again tonight. I don't even care.
I'm going to watch it in just a little bit. I got one thing I have to finish between now and midnight. So I've got 40 minutes to get that done. And then I'm going to go turn it on.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Tom. This felt so good to be back on movie night.
It's good to be back, and we'll be back next week too.
Next week. Yes, we'll be back next week, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hit that like button if you hadn't. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you guys are new here, my name is Tremaine Hayo, writer-director of all the movies that you see here. And this is Tom Kelly, the co-host extraordinaire. Go to his channel, Kelly Cass, and he's got a lot of cool stuff out there. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Like this video, and subscribe. We'll see you next week.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Like and subscribe, it's movie night.